how to use the law of attraction, especially in a time crunch when you think nothing else is going to work. I have a very specific story and a simple 3-step process for you to try today to attract exactly what you want. My name is Karen, and I am the founder of Light Makers, your source for all things mindset, manifestation, and online business. We help coaches, consultants, and experts create a life of fun, freedom, and flexibility so that you create the life that you want in the way that you want to, doing exactly what you want in your life. You absolutely deserve to do exactly what you want to do in this life, and we are here to help you do that. We do that through our courses, our coaching, and our online and in-person community. Definitely be sure to let us know what kind of events or topics are important to you right now in the comments below so that we can create content that is going to help you get exactly what you want in the easiest and fastest, most fun way possible. Today, we are talking about law of attraction, or conscious manifestation, as I like to call it. And I'm going to tell you a really interesting, awesome story that happened to me over the weekend so that you can have some very clear takeaways on how to apply this to your life and see results right now. So let's get right into the video. This past weekend, I went to a very big festival called Coachella. Some of you may know it. It was super last minute, and even the whole process of getting there was such a manifestation. I'll tell you a really great story and then how you can apply these steps to your life. So, in getting there, that truthfully in my mind was already very easy because once I set the decision to say, okay, I'm going to go to Coachella, I decided that morning that I wanted to go. And I started just figuring out a way to get tickets, a way to get a ride, where to stay, and just all these ideas kept coming to my head. That was all really easy. What may be more difficult for you in manifesting is if you believe something is impossible. So this usually comes around topics like money or relationships. And that is okay because that resistance is coming up for you to heal and shift. So if you find manifesting difficult, that means that it is just a topic that you are clearing up the energy and vibration of. And we'll do another video on how to do that exactly. You can click the link. You could let us know in the comments below if that's something you'd like to see. The manifestation of getting there and the tickets and all of that was, again, quite easy. And to be really honest, manifestation, all it is just having an idea and executing on it and doing it and taking the steps. Where people, again, get tripped up is if it's around topics that they believe are impossible, and truly nothing's impossible to you. Some people would argue, oh, maybe being a basketball player right now, yeah, that probably would require more time, energy, effort, the right physique, etc. But if it's something that you want and you believe you can have it, it will happen for you. So in this case, I believed I could go to Coachella and I could figure out all the logistical details. Where I ended up really exercising my manifesting abilities was when I was at the concert. And I was going to drive back home right after the concert because I just needed to be back here and in time for a couple of meetings that I had the next day. And I guess I could have manifested being able to take the meetings from where I was at, but I just also really wanted to just come back and get settled in and get started for the week because I had a lot of things I had to do this week. What ended up happening was that I was carrying my car key in my wallet, and at some point it went missing. And I had dropped it. I had dropped it in the festival. I had no idea where it was. So there's over 250,000 people at this festival, and there is so much debris on the floor. There's a lot of water bottles and cans and all kinds of trash that it would be like literally like finding a needle in a haystack. So at first I was going to be pretty panicked because I had my car parked at the festival and I was gonna drive home. All my stuff was in the car, and I could have really freaked out in that moment. But instead, I really understood the power of manifesting. So I knew that I had to really let go of any of the outcomes that were causing me any stress. So in my mind, the first thing I did was go through all the steps of what would happen if I didn't find the key. And so that helped me release a lot of fear and anxiety. So I thought through all the steps around that. I said I would probably have to call AAA tomorrow. I could probably get a new key made, and I could probably just figure out how to get in my car. So no big deal. I can definitely do this. And so that let me let go of a lot of anxiety in the moment. And then the other thing I started to do is really visualize myself holding the key, being super happy that I found it, and just being so grateful that I get to drive home. And I saw myself driving home and getting home and getting ready for bed and being in my bed and saying, "Oh my God, wow, I can't believe I found my key again." And I just kept repeating that to myself, and so I asked around some of the security guards and the cleaning people, and then they started to point me into the direction of the lost and found. So I went over lost and found, and honestly, lo and behold, I said, "Hey, I lost my key." They pulled up a bunch of pictures of all the keys they found, and mine was in it. And I got my key. I looked at my hand the way I imagined it, and I literally said the same thing. Oh my God, I can't believe I found my keys again. And I was able to drive home that night, and exactly what I had imagined having or experiencing was what happened, which is I was in bed, I got ready for bed, and I said, "Wow, I cannot believe I found my key and I was able to drive home today." And in retelling this story, it seems like very logical. Okay, I'm gonna go and find my keys. It might be in the lost and found. If I don't find it, here are the other options. But manifesting is very logical. A lot of people think it's some kind of mystical, magical thing. But honestly, it's just conscious creation. It's what you're doing all day long, every day anyway. And I think making that link is a really important connection because you see how easy it is since you do it all the time. It would be like if you are nervous about manifesting, it would be like saying, "I'm really nervous about breathing." It's something you do all the time. So if you stop to think about it, yeah, maybe it is a little bit difficult to try to consciously breathe. I totally get that. But if you put your attention to your breath, you can do breath work very easily. You can change your breathing pattern, and it is a natural thing. So you just have to have your attention and awareness on your breathing. In thinking about your thoughts, you can consciously manifest. You can consciously focus your attention on the experience that you want versus what you don't want. So, again, the steps that I took in this process were one, I let go of any anxiety or fear that I had about never finding my key, about freaking out, about not having my key, and about what to do that night because it was also almost midnight and there was just a lot going on. And that would have been a huge pain in the butt for me to figure out. I first let go of all of that anxiety. And then I really started to imagine what the solution was going to be like or what the ideal solution was going to be like. And that was so helpful because I just kept my focus on there. And honestly, that probably just led me to the right people, the right situations, the right experience to be able to find my key. So, when you're in a situation like this, I think it's going to be helpful to have this step by step process, especially if it's something like this, where you're in a time crunch, you're in a very scattered experience where there's a lot going on, and you can still consciously create. And what that allowed me to do also was just feel better in the moment. I didn't freak out. I didn't think that I was going to be stuck there forever. There was just this feeling of there's a solution for everything. and I am taken care of and I am good. I am okay. And I just really love that feeling. And it was just so fun and easy to be able to experience that mishap in that way. And I also had the really great payoff of just marveling at the fact that I got my key back. And that made the whole night honestly even better. I was with my friend at the time, and then he said, "This is just showing you that you need to continue to trust the universe." And that is absolutely correct. So I am so grateful to be here on this journey with you. Please comment and subscribe so we could get this out to other light makers and I can know what is important and helpful to you to hear. Also, share this with another light maker and stay tuned for the next video because you are going to love it.